Hi there, I'm Robert McQueen. I'm currently serving on the board of directors of Open UK and currently the chair. I work for the NSOS Foundation, so we work on equitable access to digital technology, and I'm also the president of the GNOME Foundation. I've worked in and around the Linux desktop space for basically 20 years now, since I started my sort of career with open source and free software. I originally started basically just because I wanted a server at home. I had some stuff I wanted to do, and it was a cheap way to use an old computer and kind of get started with that. It's really clear now in the market, in academia, in commercial places, that open source software is the most efficient way to use, adopt, develop, share, and kind of build a collective commons of software that's available and better for everyone. I think I'm maybe more of a rare breed when it comes to working on client-side Linux, and outside of Android handsets, Linux desktop is still very much a niche. I think the lack of commercial success there is kind of frustrating to me, but there's a kind of moral imperative that I see that we need to make sure that we have free and open platforms that we can use to develop our technology, to access information and the internet. So I think the cost argument there is very strong. Particularly at Endless, we work with people from all around the world, developing nations, and people who are using or affording a computer for the first time. Having a computer that has all of its software built in, or you can just go onto an app store and download something for free, professional grade software that you can use for a career in video editing or digital art or music, or completing your PhD, all of these things being available without any subscription. It's just transformative compared to needing to get a license for Office, get a license for antivirus, get a license for Adobe, and all of these things, which could be very, very prohibitive and prevent people from accessing all of the opportunities of digital technology. I think it's also important that we kind of look after, I guess, the trust and the control of the devices that we rely on. If we think of our phones and tablets or PCs as a window to the world, if we surrender control of that to whether it's a state actor or a corporate actor that doesn't necessarily have our best interests at heart, then we potentially lose the ability to make our own decisions about the information that we access, and we lose control over what we're shown, what the algorithm serves up to us, what it is that we access, which can have huge, wide-ranging impacts on healthcare, politics, your kind of personal finances, and all of these things. So I think it's important that free and open source software gives you that transparency and that integrity of what's running on your devices. It allows you then to make informed decisions about what you access and what you choose to have as your kind of mediators and your windows into the world of technology and information.